Happy Thursday from back on the other side of the country. How you doing tonight, Faz?
Oi, tonight I am going to be another Titan. I'm my favorite picture of Titan right here tonight. I am at home doing the last bits of a move out, so I'm going to let you run things, and I'm just going to take pot shots at you during the cast. But I wanted to be here, so I'm here.
Very good. Hey,
I'm
so
literally
for
moving
the
things into a truck as we speak.
yeah, so for the community, the last few weeks we've been way inconsistent, especially on Thursdays, right? So Faz is in the process of moving about 58 miles in another direction in a city that traffic is a nightmare in. So he's been running behind. We've been busting his balls about that. He's missed a show or two. I think we did Fazless Radio a couple of weeks ago. He's on the home stretch now, so we're hoping that the consistency will get back to normal here. I'm hoping in the next week or two. So thank you all for bearing with us while Faz moves. I was telling Faz a little bit earlier, it was like weird and sad because I enjoyed being out there so much. And doing Faz Radio live and in person with him for the first time and getting to meet Forged in Crypto face to face finally. It was a hell of a trip. I loved the company. I hated the city though, and mostly because of the driving. But everybody's like on top of each other. It's like crazy out there. I need space, right? I want my 50,000 acres. I can't see a neighbor, that kind of thing. I'm that kind of guy, but I'm close. I'm getting there. So tonight we wanted to talk about the ongoing drama with GalaV2 and exchange support and Gala's new best friend, Coinbase, and the message that Coinbase has sent. And I wanted to fill some backstory on that with what I've been reading, not only especially in the post that Bitbender did today to try and clarify why he thinks Coinbase didn't move forward with Gala and support this or support their token going forward. Oh, and I have an announcement. I'm going to get this out of the way first, and I'm going to mention it again tomorrow. Faz, Forged, a lot of you who listen, if you didn't catch it, if you go and look on Twitter at the Mirandas playtest post, they posted a picture and they said, oh, cool, coming up hopefully in the next 2 weeks is the Mirandas playtest. 1 million Ethereum up for grabs, 250,000 for the first person who kills a goblin, and then up to $500 worth for each. Okay, so there's some really small print at the bottom, and it's even hard to see on Twitter. If you're on mobile, you won't see it. But on desktop, you can make it big enough and read it, and I read it, and oh shit, there's going to be some server pounding going on, because what that little text says is you can earn up to 500 Ethereum per exemplar. So if you want to earn more than you get 500 Ethereum, you can earn up to 500 Ethereum for every one of your exemplars. So that means you have to swap out your exemplar, go back in with another exemplar to try and kill goblins enough to get your 500 Ethereum for that person, for that exemplar. Then log back out, pick a new exemplar, go back in. So people are going to get crazy gas fees transferring all their exemplars around all over the place, trying to get them all in one place to go earn their Ethereum. And the server is going to be like smoking by the time they're done with the load that's going to be on that. Previously with these Mirandas tests, you just picked one exemplar that you wanted to play with, and you got drops from Ethereum based on what rarity and how many you had in your wallet. Not anymore, boys and girls. You have to play to earn with every single exemplar is what I read. So go check that announcement. Read it carefully, because that was a gotcha that I almost missed. But my eyes, I watch. That was a big long
Hey, isn't Mao
diatribe.
always watching? What are you doing?
Yeah, so Mal, yeah, there was rumors that they canned Mal, and that's not true. I just saw a post that somebody made in the Gala thing. He transferred over to Meow Match. He followed the Townstar guy who they transferred over to Meow Match. So Mal is now over in the Meow Match in the mobile side. I don't know if that's a good thing or if they'd had it with the entire Townstar team and moved everybody. Who knows, right? We'll probably never know. But either way, congratulations to Mal, whether it's a promotion or just a switch. Changing things up is probably fantastic for him. I know he was a huge Townstar fan, though, so his heart's probably a little bit hurt that he had to leave Townstar behind. So, GalaV2 and Coinbase. Coinbase posted that they will not be supporting the Gala V2 airdrop to swap your V1 tokens for V2. So you have to have your stuff off of exchanges. We've advocated here on Faz Radio and in CFA for a very long time that you need to have your stuff on a cold wallet, whether it's Trezor, Ledger, or any of the other wonderful hardware solutions. At a minimum, you should probably dump it into MetaMask Trust Wallet, Exodus, or something besides leaving it on an exchange. And this is a prime example of one of the 10 reasons why you shouldn't have your tokens there. All right. Right now, apparently, Coinbase has said there's fine print, and this is, I didn't read this personally, I'm only going by what people on Discord have been saying, that Coinbase also put in that announcement that they will not be supporting V2 moving forward. I'd like to see that, because everything that I've read from Coinbase, I didn't see that they wouldn't be supporting the V2 token. I just saw that they would be not supporting the airdrop. So that is something that's up in the air right now. I would like to get some kind of confirmation on that. If someone has a screenshot or a link, if you could post it in the comments. I don't want to waste time on here with dead air while I go search for that. I found that out just before I came on the show. People were talking about it. So it's unconfirmed at this point, but we'll take it minute by minute on that. So I'll go into my story here. I read what Bitbender had posted on Twitter, and he said that he believes that Coinbase saw it as an additional, or interpreted it as an additional airdrop to the Gala token, and they're not so much into airdrops. We know that from the Flare thing and everything else. So he believes that's why it is. So maybe, I don't know. I've read a lot about Coinbase, and especially over the last few months with Coinbase being in the crosshairs of the SEC, I would be more inclined to believe that Coinbase and these other exchanges they have filters, right? And you can go read this about Coinbase. They have filters for tokens that want to get on their exchange, and they have to meet certain criteria, and they have to not smell like a security. They're being very careful with who they're bringing aboard. And I'm not sure that the GalaV2, if this is true, I'm not sure that the GalaV2 passes the smell test for not a security. That's my guess as to why there's issues with this. There's a lot of tokens that they have delisted that have been fairly reputable tokens, right? So there was talk about 3 weeks ago maybe, a couple of tokens that really, I mean, they were common. I'd heard of them before, and I'd seen people talking about them before, got delisted because they were security-like. So that's why I'm guessing what I'm guessing. Could it be part of the airdrop thing because Coinbase generally doesn't support airdrops? It could be that, sure. I think there's probably more than one reason. Faz, what do you think about that? Low bandwidth, Faz.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, so what Bitbender had said, he believes it's just the airdrop part that Coinbase doesn't want. I think it's also a part that it smells too much like a security and they're extra cautious lately. What are your thoughts on maybe why Coinbase isn't bringing GalaV2?
Well, Coinbase has traditionally had a really long process to include new coins. I don't think it just goes through, it just hasn't gone through their due diligence. So I don't think it's a no that, that they don't want to support it. I think that it's just going to take them a while to go through all the details. Now, the question is Benefactor providing them all the details that they need? If he's, kind of riding the line and just playing the game, maybe not. By the way, did you say Gemini doesn't support the swap either?
I didn't say that. What I said is that people have been asking, well, give us the exchanges who will support it, and we have crickets. So my guess is, and again, this is just a guess, my guess is that no exchange is going to support it at this point.
Even BitTrue?
At this point, I have seen nothing, and people keep asking, and nobody's answering.
So here's a question: if no exchanges support it, then is it even trading?
Well, they're closing the trading down on the 12th. So all the exchanges the exchanges are closing the trading on the 12th, is what I read.
Not the 15th.
Now, right. The 15th is the snapshot and changeover. So they're halting trading a couple of days early to make sure that there's no trades lingering. So part of this is kind of where I was going next. So I'm reading this Twitter thread, and I've seen, ever since this was announced, I've been reading the Twitter threads and reading the Discord, and people are asking the same questions, and there's radio silence, of course.
What is Bitbender saying?
Nothing. He's just repeating, get your stuff to a wallet that is not an exchange. So here's the thing. A guy asked a question that's a really good question. And he said, listen, I took out a leverage position, and I'm in the red right now, and I will lose my ass in this futures contract if I close it right now. But it sounds like I'm going to be forced to close it if I want to get my airdrop and not have it be worthless. So because of the timing, because it's so quick, and they just kind of sprung it on the community like that with short notice, people are going to get wrecked. I mean, that's a genuine concern, right?
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
As far as moving off exchanges, we have yet another layer of this onion to peel back. And that is that there's a MEV bot that's on ETH network right now. And that's maximum extraction value, right? That's a catalyst and a part of the staking. They had it a little bit on the proof of work, but it didn't work out as well as they thought. But anyway, at this point, it's Jared from Subway.eth. and it's a MEV bot, and it's earning about $100 a day standing in the middle and extracting the maximum value of swaps. So ETH gas is also through the absolute roof at this point. People were posting on Twitter today to move $14 of ETH from wallet to wallet was $70 in fees. So not only do we have people in long and short contracts for futures, but you have people who are being forced to move their assets with gas prices through the roof. And these exchanges starting, I don't know, maybe it was about 9 months ago, most exchanges started charging at least a portion of those gas fees to move your tokens and coins from the exchange. So a lot of them were making you pay almost the full price. So people are being kind of forced to move off of these exchanges to get their tokens to a wallet address that'll be included in the snapshot, which is another problem. And Bitbender jumped back on Twitter to address this is kind of funny, to address a concern that he said he saw being brought up, and I know who brought it up, and that's the funny part. Addressing a concern about moving a lot of this so quickly, right? And why it has to be done so quickly, and so on and so forth. That's a great question that I'd love an answer for. Why does this have to take place so quick? Because a lot of people are going to lose their Gala. The one guy on the Twitter feed, he says, hey, I bought and supported Gala. I have 500,000 Gala tokens on an exchange that I can't get off because my account was locked because of an issue. And he says, what am I supposed to do? They've told me 6 weeks before that my account can be unlocked. Is it, oh, well, too bad, sorry, Charlie, all that Gala that you got is now going to be worthless? I mean, this is going to be tough for a lot of people. They're not, I don't think, going to win very many more friends if they continue with this changeover on the 15th, like they're talking about. Let me pull up Bitbender so I quote him correctly.
I think you just hit the nail on the head. Continue on the 15th. So I'm hearing 2 or 3 big reasons why this would not be a good idea to do on the 15th. The problem, I'd like to say that maybe Gala Games would postpone it, but if they're shutting off trading on May 12th, they can't go back. They're already committed.
So
it's going to happen.
Yeah, so Bitbender did post, and I'm quoting the tweet here. I have it up on the screen. Also, another point of context, I've seen various people saying, why didn't you work this out with the exchanges before you announced it? And he said, that's extremely, unfortunately, not how it works. Most exchanges won't have a discussion about a new contract or an upgrade until after it has been announced. They want you to be serious about it, not just having a conversation. You have to commit before a conversation will even happen. So, again, they committed, but they committed to, like, fucking immediately. So that, I think, is the problem. Not that they're changing their token, but that they're doing it in such a hurry. So I think that might be a little bit why.
It sounds like Benefactor's a trigger puller.
I don't know. I would guess. I'm just guessing here. Bitbender is not a trigger puller, but there is another person at the company who has a very short attention span, who we know very well, who likes to change his mind at the last minute and just do things, right? That's my guess. Let's see here. Okay, so we had Zorro post the delisting for us, in the premium channel, so let me read what it says here. Here's the email from Coinbase. We regularly monitor assets on our exchange to ensure they meet our listing standards. Based on our most recent reviews, Coinbase has moved our Gala USD order book to limit only and will suspend trading for Gala on May 12th, 2023, on or about 12 p.m. noon Eastern Standard Time. Trading will be suspended on Coinbase.com, Coinbase Pro, Coinbase Exchange, and Coinbase Prime. Your funds will remain accessible, and you will continue to have the ability to withdraw your funds at any time.
Your word was spoken.
Yeah, on March 15th. Oh, see, they fucked this up. Not on March 15th, on May 15th. They wrote March, but they mean May. On May 15th, 2023, Gala is issuing GalaV2 with a new contract address. Coinbase will not be supporting any airdrop of Gala V1 or V2. Coinbase will also not be facilitating any upgrade from Gala to GalaV2 at this time. Gala funds held in a Coinbase Pro, Coinbase Exchange Prime account before, at, or after any planned snapshot will not entitle you to receive any GalaV2 via potential airdrops. Please refer to the official post from Gala for more information regarding GalaV2. Out of an abundance of caution, we recommend that you transfer any Gala in custodial wallets, such as on centralized exchanges, into ERC20 wallets controlled by you before the snapshot. This will ensure your Gala is accounted for and you are directly delivered your GalaV2. It says nothing about delisting GalaV2. It just says they will not support the airdrop. This does not allude one way or another as to whether you will be able to, after you receive your GalaV2, be able to deposit it back to Coinbase.
Wow. So
because it doesn't say that, I don't think you're going to be able to.
So I get the sense. See, how come with just about every other coin that you hear, Coinbase supports the airdrop or something like that? And I'm just wondering, what's going on? Why is Coinbase making such a big deal about not supporting this? I mean, is this really unusual for coins to do this?
No. It's not unusual, but it's not common either. Let's put it that way, right? So, because it's a new contract address, my guess is that it has to go back through and starts the review process all over again. And that's where I was postulating that perhaps it didn't pass Coinbase's smell test for a security in that short a time. It could be, right? I don't want to sound like I'm behind the scenes knowing something or anything. But, I don't know. Maybe it's just that it takes longer than 2 weeks to go through that review process. Perhaps they just have to resubmit after GalaV2 goes live, and they say, okay, in 90 days we'll give you a decision on whether we're going to keep Gala on the platform. I don't know. I don't know that process and how it works.
In which case, Benefactor would say, well, we're damned if we do and damned if we don't. If we are damned if we do and we're damned if we don't. So basically, you just pulled the trigger now.
So Benefactor totally fudded Coinbase today, and I don't know where he posted it, so I don't know if I can show it or not. It might have been in gold or platinum. Somebody grabbed a screenshot of it. And so, thank you, Zorro, by the way. Zorro posted that in the premium channel, so we could read it. I definitely appreciate that. He posted some pretty nasty words about Coinbase today. Well, of course he's pissed, right? It's going to inhibit what they're doing. So let me scroll up and see if it was posted somewhere where I can't show it.
Was that posted in gold, maybe?
I don't know. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so Putty posted it in the regular Gala stuff room, but I don't know where he got it. And 164 people, it had to be somewhere. All right, let me search the Gala Discord to make sure I can post this. From Benefactor, let's see. It is not showing up over here. Oh, that's why, because you're a dumbass. It doesn't bring down... Benefactor. Maybe he has me blocked because I can't search for his name anymore.
Don't search for his name. Search for a unique word in what he posted.
Oh, that's a good idea. That is a really good idea. Faz, I knew I needed you for something.
That's all I'm good for, right? Not much else.
Now I got to scroll back up to see. Let's see. Okay, I got it. Here it is. Jump to it. It is in global announcements, so I will share my screen. Present. Share screen. Window. Discord. Global announcements. And share. I hope you all can see this. He said, we have heard that Coinbase won't be supporting an airdrop of Gala tokens.
No one can see it.
There's no one can see it. Okay, so I don't know how to make.
You gotta share your screen.
Bigger.
We're only seeing you and me.
Oh,
do you know what you're doing?
No, I haven't done this in a very long time.
Now you got it.
So right down there, I will read it because I don't know how to make it bigger on a Mac. And now I have to go back to the window so I can read it. Okay. We have heard that Coinbase won't be supporting an airdrop of Gala tokens. To be clear, there's no airdrop happening. We're upgrading the Gala token to V2. There is no airdrop. If for some reason you're holding Gala token on Coinbase, we will be replacing it with the V2 token. It will be entirely up to Coinbase at that point. If they don't have the technical expertise to make a simple swap, then it begs a few questions, in my honest opinion. Hopefully, we don't have another FTX on our hands. In any case, if I was you and I had Gala on Coinbase, I would move it to a hard wallet.
Wait a minute. That's a bit misrepresentative of what's going on. It's not a simple swap. This V2 has a lot of distinctly different features than V1.
Mm-hmm. So it was pointed out by several of our wonderful people in both CFA, in Forged in Crypto, and even on Gala, that there's a very interesting best way to describe it, interesting twist in there is the ability to blacklist. Okay.
So who gets the blacklist? Is that a single company? Well, I don't know. From what I've read about the V2 stuff, it seems to me that Gala itself is shooting to make this coin a security. And Bitbender said in his tweet today, which I don't have up, maybe you can pull it up, which I responded to, that if, they were worried that somebody like North Korea could, do some bad things or take things, and they need to be able to block bad actors. Now, that begs the question, who is going to block the bad actors? Gala Games? Does that mean, because if it's Gala Games that blocks the bad actors, you have yourself a security, right? It's centralized, right?
Yes, you made a fantastic point on that this ensures, this is like definitive that they are 1,000% the only controller of the Gala token. And we've talked about it before, and you brought it up first, actually. I wish I could take credit for it because I talked about it a lot after, but you had originally brought it up, saying that, Benefactor might just want to get it over with and kick themselves out there as a security, take their smack on their winky, and then move on. So this could be part of it. Now, Bitbender did answer that, and he talked about why they would need to use that. And he brought up, what if we have another P-Gala thing? So we want the ability to suspend. We want the ability to blacklist. We don't currently have that, yada, yada, yada. But this takes it to the wallet level, meaning if they decide to blacklist your address, you can't move Gala out of your wallet.
So much for saying that you own your own Gala or own your own stuff.
Well,
you own dick.
That is exactly. We just had this argument about, do you own your NFTs, and what do you actually own? If they can blacklist Gala, my question is, do the NFT contracts get minted from that same Gala contract?
Wait a minute. If they can prevent coins from moving from your wallet in essence is really just an extension of their wallet. You see what I mean? That means it's controlled not by you, not by Ethereum, but by them. So there's nothing decentralized about it. It is completely 1,000% security.
So that is the predication right now of what we're hearing. I am not a contract reading expert, okay? So I can't go to that V2 contract because right now there's only a temporary placeholder contract for GalaV2. When it actually goes live, the actual contract will be there. They released that contract address, and a couple of people have interpreted things from it. So we'd have to get an expert on that because I don't want to say something that's wrong and act like I'm an expert on reading contracts when I'm not. Okay.
Well, I will say as much as from what I've read from Bitbenders Twitter. Bitbenders Twitter said that they need the ability to block. So again, I mean, if you're looking for an expert, go to Bitbenders Twitter.
Well, I don't know if he would actually say that or not. Maybe he would.
He did. Go look at his Twitter.
I don't know.
I keep.
No,
saying,
I mean saying
Twitter.
We can block it at the wallet level, and you can't move your tokens from your own wallet.
Oh,
I don't know if he would admit that. Or if he even knows. I mean, again, he always kind of says, "Well, I don't write the contracts. I don't know."
Go to his Twitter. Go to his Twitter.
So there's again, just like with the node votes, which tomorrow night we're going to talk about the node votes. We're going to try and get Bitbender on here because some people were talking with him today. I think it was Gala Gold or something like that, and he offered to come on Faz Radio and talk about it. So I'm going to send him a message and see if he'll come on tomorrow night. I wanted to talk about the node votes because there's a lot of questions around that as well. But the rushing, man, it's this everything has to be done like this, right? And the irony that I see in that is if they do this with all that stuff that benefits Gala, why can't they do it that quick to get the community stuff done? Why is there a Thune list, right? They've proven they can get things done very quickly when it benefits Gala, but not when it benefits the community. And that aggravates me. I'd like to see them move that fast on these Thune list items for the community, right? I do have a lot of questions, one of which is, are NFTs part of the new contract? Are NFTs going to need to be upgraded, or is that a separate contract? I don't know how that works. I don't know if it all comes through the main central Gala contract. That's a huge question, because if they're all minted through that, I mean, do we have to get redropped NFTs? What the hell? I don't know. Inquiring minds want to know.
I think you're confusing a couple things, which is the Gala coin contract versus the NFTs contract, which are totally different things.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I didn't know. That's what I was asking. I didn't know if it all ran through like the same main contract and then split off into something else. Now you call me a speculator. CryptoView says maybe Gala got a subpoena from the SEC and we don't know. That's why they're moving in all these changes so drastically. Whoops, we just lost Faz. He'll come back. Well, so moving so fast is kind of suspicious, right? We'll never know. They're never going to tell us the real reason. They'll come up with a reason, but it may not be the real reason. But people don't do things without a reason, right? There's always a reason for everything. And the reason they're moving so quick is a question I think, we should probably bring up somewhere, somehow, and get that addressed. Because moving so fast is not good for a lot of people, especially like some of the examples that were brought up about people who are underwater right now in futures contracts, people who maybe don't have $70, $80, $90 in ETH to move their tokens around. People who don't know. So I do want to get on this, and I'm gonna be asshole Titan for a minute, because the comments, if you go to Bitbenders tweets and you read, and people asking these questions, people are asking, well, with these exchanges, is Trust Wallet covered? They don't even know what they have. Yes, Trust Wallet is your own private key. Of course, it's not an exchange, okay? If you own a boatload of Gala and you have it in a wallet and you don't even know what your wallet is, that's part of the problem with this industry and why Gensler is so hard baked into making life difficult for everybody. You guys, if you're doing crypto, you've got to know what you're doing. You've got to learn it. It's not just ape in, get your $1 million and back out. You have to understand how it works. We've tried to provide that here. We've tried in CFA to do that. So many people are asking these questions that if you own crypto and you don't know what you have or what wallet you have or what that wallet means, that's a huge problem. And yes, those people do need protection because they don't know what they're doing, and they shouldn't be in this space if they don't know what they're doing. Because it's hard enough to navigate these waters. When you add layers like that, a bunch of people who don't know what they're doing into it, there's going to be a lot of problems, and people are going to lose a lot of money, and that sucks. I am always trying to do my best to stand up for the community. And the lack of education is apparent. Just read the tweets. You'll see that. And you go, ooh, how can you have spent $10,000 turning it into crypto and not know what in the heck you're doing? That just blows my mind. So, okay, enough of my jerk Titan part. Let's get back with this. So, also the nodes. Now, yeah, we're going to go into nodes tomorrow night on Faz Radio. We wanted to talk about the nodes, the node voting, the use and or lack of use of the nodes, and have a discussion around that. That's if Bitbender doesn't come on. If Bitbender is busy, we will talk about nodes. If Bitbender's kind enough to lend us an hour of his time, we'll be more than happy to divert and ask those questions directly at the source. Zorro, yeah, I mean, well, I get that part, right, about the taxes and and reporting and all that. I'm honest on my taxes. I know a lot of other people who are. Faz will be the first one to tell you that he is as well, because we talked about taxes probably 6 months last year because it was such a mess. So it's the people that are going out and buying this stuff and putting it in wallets, and they don't even know what their wallet is. They're leaving it on exchanges after FTX and all these other exchanges and banks and everything are failing, and they're just clueless, right? They don't know what they're doing, and that hurts the space and it hurts those people, and they think they're doing the right thing, but they're not, and they're going to get wrecked, and it's really going to suck all the way around. So I really hope that people start to learn more about what they're doing before they do it. Everybody's a noob, right? I was a noob, 3 years ago when I got involved in this. And I made some mistakes and I lost some money. Thankfully, not a lot of it, but it happens to all of us. But I do the research. I dug into it. I watched hundreds, if not thousands of hours of YouTube videos and read tons of articles and talked to a ton of people who are way smarter than I am and asked all those questions. So I did know what I was doing. I can jump over to, like, right now, I can tell you, and I've said this on the cast, you go over to, like, Avalanche. It's fantastic over on the Avalanche. I had no idea what I was doing, and I still don't really know what I'm doing over there. I'm going pretty cautiously, but it's a whole different world, right? I'm used to the ETH chain and Bitcoin. That's what I'm used to. So this is something completely different. I thought I had lost about an ETH or so. This was about a year ago. I went on to OpenSea, and they have in the OpenSea wallet you can convert ETH to WETH, so that you can make bids and everything. I'd never done it before. I said, how hard can this be? It's a damn bridge, and it's right inside the wallet, right? So I converted to WETH, and I made my transactions, and I had like maybe half an ETH left. And I said, okay, or WETH. And I said, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put this back into ETH. And I reversed the process going from WETH to ETH, and nothing showed up in my wallet. And I said, what did I do wrong? And I go to the Explorer, I look at it, and it's right there. There's the transaction, but nothing in my wallet. And so I obsessed about it for days, and I couldn't figure it out. And I said, forget it. Okay, I lost money. Lesson learned. I'll do it differently next time. And that sucked, right? So it was probably 4 months later. I bumped into a YouTube video where this guy had said, he goes, not many people know that there's a 2-step process to getting your ETH back when you are coming from WETH. And you have to go to this website and unlock it, because it gets locked at a certain address and you have to push a button to release it. And I said, you've got to be kidding me. So I went to the site and I checked to make sure it wasn't a scam first, right? Because that's all I need to lose more than I already lost. So and sure enough, it linked me right to an article from CoinDesk or something talking about it. I said, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. So I go to that place, I push the button. 10 seconds later, my half an ETH shows back up in my wallet. So something I didn't know that I didn't know took place. How many tens of thousands of dollars do people have probably locked on that thing, right? Maybe somebody listening tonight can go get some of their ETH back by hearing about this. So we all screw up, right? And especially when you're new at something. Like we had one of our fantastic community members walk us through the Wax network one night on Faz Radio. I had no friggin' clue what I was doing, right? You think you're a crypto expert until you go to a different chain, and before you know it, you're in trouble because it doesn't work the same way. So please be careful out there and get your stuff off the exchanges, right? Get it to a cold wallet, ideally. Trezor, Ledger. There's a couple of other ones. There's ePal. There's that cool air gapped one too. I forget the name of that. But they have a few. Get it to a cold wallet. Store them there unless you're actively trading it. And if you're actively trading, $500,000, I hope you have your other millions somewhere else. Don't leave it on the exchanges. So, in ETA time for tomorrow's Faz Radio. Sorry to be this way. I like to watch the show live. Zorro, I know. Man, Ollie is. Thank you for sticking around. Faz is going through this move, which is taking way too long. I helped him do a lot of that stuff when I was out there last week. So a lot of the big stuff I helped him move. We got most of it where it needs to go. He's doing the cleanup now. Hopefully it's done. So 8:30-ish tomorrow night Eastern time. That's 5:30 Pacific time, I think. We will be going on, and I ripped him to shreds last week about that when I was in Portland and he can't help it. He's going through this mess right now, and moving is never fun, and he was there for 18 years in the place he was at, and so it's tough, man. It's really tough. So I get mad at him, but I feel bad for him at the same time because moving all that shit sucks. So as we come in to wrap up, we're about 45 minutes in. I hope that we can get some answers on this. I hope that some of the things that we talked about here tonight, the questions that were raised, the issues that were raised, especially about a lot of people are going to end up getting screwed because they're so quick with this. Let's respectfully, start asking those questions, both on Twitter and over on the Gala server where maybe someone will pay attention, and let's see if we can get them to change their mind or give us some good reasons why it's okay to leave so many of the, as many put it, the Gala family behind, or cause them devastation with losing futures, and let's talk about it. Let's not be jerks about it. Let's talk about it like respectful people that we are, and let's see if we can come to a resolution on some of that stuff. And tomorrow, node votes or Bitbender. If anybody has anything else, I think we lost Faz permanently. We just wanted to go through this Coinbase thing tonight. We're going to keep our eyes posted. Keep your eyes on CFA. We'll update as best we do, and if anybody else gets updates from reliable sources about any changes or any exchanges that are going to be supporting this, or if there's an announcement that maybe we miss, please make sure you get it posted at CFA so that everybody is on the same page. And thank you so much for your support, your listenership, and we will catch you tomorrow night. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you tomorrow.